Out to the big lead early. They kind of got back in it. What did you guys do right? What did you not do right? And kind of restored order eventually.
Yeah, I thought our energy was really good out of the gate, so which was good. I told these guys it can be a character game. You know, we come start 0-2, and do you have the character to come out and play as hard as you're supposed to, being banged up and playing the third game in 3 days. So I thought it was a great start. We finished 5 of 5 at the rim in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then we went 0 for 1 over the next 15 minutes. I just didn't think we got the ball in the paint enough. Settled for too many threes. Didn't make them. We're making them early. Maybe our legs got a little tired, whatever it was. So we had to try to get driving the ball back into the paint in the second half. I thought we did a better job of that. And then the threes kind of dropped there late in the second half again too. But yeah, we just got to get paint touches more often. And then the turnovers hurt us a little bit in the second half. But I thought overall our defensive effort was a lot better tonight than it had been previously, especially last night. And rebounding wise, we were even on the glass. I was hoping to win the rebounding battle, but we got some guys that are banged up that fought through some injuries. So I was proud of them.
The 3-point shooting in the second half. It was great overall, but second half I think you were 8 of 11. But you're talking about dribble, attacking the rim. Like some of that's setting up a better shot.
Yeah,
is that what
we like for our threes to come off a paint touch, kick out. When you drive, you got to drive to score. I felt like we had been driving, shooting some tough ones at the rim instead of spraying it out. We showed them a bunch of them on video. It's kind of like the pendulum swung too far the other way, and now they're driving to spray the ball out even when they had some layups. I distinctly remember when Petty drove in, had a layup that he kicked out. Thought Herb did the same thing. We had a few guys driving to kick out instead of driving to score. I thought we got back to driving to score there early in the second half and got to the free throw line and was able to get some more at the rim shots in the second half than we had for the last 15 minutes of the first half.
You just talked about it being a character game in the sense of being 0-2 and how you finish in a tournament like this. So how do you come away from this week about where you stand starting out in the first season?
So I told the guys coming into this, look, there's going to be 3 teams that leave here 1-2. One of them's Oregon. We already knew that because they had lost this morning. They're 11th ranked team in the country. One of them is either going to be Seton Hall or Iowa State based on what happened in the game before us. I said, if it's Seton Hall, the 11th ranked team, the 13th ranked team, and then the winner of our game tonight will all leave 1-2. It ended up being Iowa State, which is a pretty good team. So I said, look, to leave here 1-2 with the field we have isn't the worst thing if we get better and make significant strides. So let's just get better. Let's take care of business tonight. Let's go back home. We got winnable games coming up on our schedule. They're obviously tough games, but winnable games. Let's get on a run going into the SEC play in January.
What's the most pressing thing then when you're, again, we've talked about foundational things you're trying to teach and build from, win games and teach habits for the long term. Now where does that stand coming out? The biggest concern, I guess?
I think the biggest concern is the defensive effort, defensive focus on an every night basis. Thought it was there tonight. It was not there at all last night. It was there against Carolina. We just couldn't rebound. So if you combine the defense and the rebounding, we really got to shore up both on an every possession, every single game deal. Even late in the game, Kyra hits the 3 and they score 4 or 5 seconds later on a transition layup. You just can't give that up. We got to get more mature guys that sprint back, take ownership of every single defensive possession. When we do that, we're pretty good. I thought Kyra was really good defensively against Cole Anthony. We just couldn't secure the rebound. So I thought our first shot defense was great against Carolina. Our rebounding was awful. Our overall defense was not very good at all after the first 4 minutes of the Iowa State game. And then today I thought we got a little bit better on both, but we got to get significantly better on our defense and our rebounding both on an every game basis.
We'll start right off. You guys had good energy, then they got back in it. Mm-hmm. What do you think you guys did right in the second half to stretch it back out?
We just kept fighting together, staying together. We knew that they was going to make a run. Every team do. It's a game of runs in basketball. So every time we huddled up, we just kept telling each other, stay together, let's get stops one time at a time, and just stay together, to be honest.
Were you I guess it has to be a positive thing, though, that
yeah.
you blew the lead, or most of it. It got down to 2-3 points, but you did respond back and stretch it back out. That's what you should do even when you shouldn't blow the lead, right?
Right. That's what we were saying. Basketball is a game of runs, so we just got to ultimately stay together. And I think we did a good job tonight of moving the ball. We played really unselfish and kept them on their heels and attacked the ball and got some open looks from three. So we made a lot of shots tonight.
Yeah, the three-point shooting, obviously you shot it great, but everybody did. 15
Yeah.
threes.
Yeah.
Was that, you were talking about ball movement, was that the biggest thing, or was it just a night where they were going down?
I think it's kind of both. In between, we was moving the ball really well, and we was hitting some really tough shots as well. So we just kept breaking them down, getting them on their heels, and getting them into situations where they had to scramble. And when they did that, we ultimately got an open look.
Yeah. So West Virginia last year.
Yes, sir.
So how's the transition going? You know, as you learn a new coach, new system, new players, new conference for that matter.
Right.
Kind of where do you stand and what you're adjusting to?
I'm adjusting pretty well. Kind of had a slow start, but that's what you're going to have when you switch programs and systems like that. I'm still getting a feel for it, and it's just coming along good well right now. So I'm gonna hopefully keep it rolling.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.